Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Wednesday, the 8th of January, 2025. So, the synoptic situation then, this was as of midnight last night. There's two key areas of low pressure, one sort of out over Scandinavia now, but the other one's out here in the Middle Atlantic that is winging its way across. And these fronts associated with us are going to hit us a little bit later on today. So if I run that through to about midday today, you can see that these fronts are lots nearer to the south coast now. It's going to leave us in a currently it's going to be a fairly light northeasterly type flow for the day, but there is going to be weather associated with this cloud a little bit later on that's going to hit us. So if you look at the cloud radar, then you can see this cloud well to the south of the country thickening up as the day goes on. And you can see here the rain that's associated with them two warm fronts that are coming. Now, this could hit us as rain or snow. We don't quite know yet. I guess it'll all depend on the temperature at the time when it actually arrives. This is for the next 2 hours. And if we run through the Met Office predicted rain forecast for the day, let's see if this will start to wing its way. You can see it basically stays to the south of us until around about 1 o'clock thereabouts, and then it encroaches to the north a little bit further. So I think we'll certainly have a good morning up until the rain and the cloud starts to come in, and we'll have to stop then. Odium is giving us quite a lengthy TAF actually, so I'll just briefly go over the meantime, then go on to Farnborough. 2 knots from the east northeast, and no cloud below 1,500 meters. And if I run on to Farnborough now, similar thing, 2 knots, 10k or more. But if you run through the TAF, you'll see as the day goes on, the cloud progressively gets lower. So 4 knots from the east, northeast, 10k or more, no cloud below 1,500 meters at the moment. 40% probability between 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock, 4,000 meters, broken cloud at 800 foot with light snow. And temporarily between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock today, 4,000 meters, broken cloud, light snow, and later on when it gets dark, broken cloud at 400 feet with snow. So spot winds are giving us an easterly flow today around about 10 knots, and windy is concurring with that. On the surface, we're going to have 4 knots from the east. Local forecast is giving us an easterly flow at 7 knots. I've highlit the feels like temperature today with the wind chill. It's going to feel like about -3 out in the airfield. Okay, so please be dressed appropriately. Overcast, but getting thicker and thicker with rain or sleet around about 2 o'clock. They're suggesting. GFS is giving us a max temperature today of 3 degrees with a dew point down at around about -1. View outside the window, very grey and overcast as you'd expect. The Met Office is not working at the moment. And if we go through the significant weather then for the day, so we're obviously down here. This is at 9 o'clock this morning. And if I run this through today, it actually, the top meteo is saying we're going to be good here up until maybe even 3 o'clock this afternoon. But this rain is definitely progressing north from there. SkySight sort of concurs with that. No cloud, well, obviously there's a lot of upper cloud getting thicker and thicker and thicker, but no issues for us up until around about 2:30. And we're going to get a little bit of cloud associated with the rain. And we've got a sort of 100,090 wind, 4 or 5 knots throughout the day. And the temperature there, look about -1. If we look at the cross section for SkySight, it's going to be pretty clear up until about 2:30. A very significant change there as the cloud thickens up, and then we start to get the rain or the sleet or whatever it may be. No TAMs today, so quite a few locally, not all of them relevant necessarily. So 9 is Goodwood, revised opening times 9 till 4 o'clock today. 13 is a Rat, UAS is only at Oakhanger. 15 live firing at Winchester, surface to 1,100 feet. 16 is live flare firing by parachute at Thursley. That's not going to be till this evening. 18 and 19 are also live flare firing by parachute, not until 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock this evening. 20 is a rat, UAS only at Burfield, and 21 is a rat, UAS only at Welford. So let's look at the operation for today then. Here's a cross section from Adium. Cloud getting progressively thicker up to around about 1 o'clock, 1:30. We should have about 1,800 foot cloud base and then rapidly deteriorating after that. Otherwise, reasonably clear. There's a sub-zero temperature down low down, which is why it's going to be pretty cold down there. Otherwise, the freezing level's up at about 1,800 feet. Winds from the east, 5 knots thereabouts, and progressively thicker cloud as the afternoon goes on. We do have one arrival today, unfortunately. It's EasyJet coming in at 11:12. So we need to get an hour and a half or so flying out before that, and then we'll have to clear the airfield for half an hour while that comes through. Cloud increasing throughout the morning, rain or snow after 2 p.m. Grass is still very wet, although it's frozen down to the south. Careful with the wheel brake use, please, and please dress for the day. It's going to be a cold day, freezing most of the day. We've got a full booking system today, 3 K21s booked with the instructor and students, K13 booked with the instructor and student, and we have a K13 on a flying start, which is 2 Aerotos. That's going to be around about 11, probably just after the movement now. All other 2-seaters are free, and the good old Wednesday Warriors have got single-seaters 3, 6, 8 and 9 booked. Other single-seaters are free. We'll set up on 09, we wet operation, and by that we'll be taken off on the runway, landing on the grass, north or south. The grass is still very wet down the south side. Watch out for misting canopies. And to add to that, you might want to consider airframes. We did have a problem last week with the actual wings being iced up before we had to de-ice them before we go flying. Sunset today, just before 20 past 4. A reminder about the buggies, please, and the simulator is available. So set up today then, 09, winch on the north side, air towing on the south side, landing grass north or south, and be careful again, please, of the disused runways. Okay, right, let's get the stuff out. Be mindful of the movements at 11:12. It's probably going to be on time. I think Mark Davenport's running it over there. He'll contact me nearer the time. So in other words, don't take a glider out and leave it and abandon it necessarily near 11 o'clock. All right, then, I'll see you out on the airfield shortly. Bye.